Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of our Gen Con coverage here at the Reaction.
Gen Con coverage, liking it.
How y'all doing? Oh, no
Doing well.
response. It doesn't work in the YouTube format. I got a lot of complaints about my yawning in the first video, so I just did some like Michael Phelps stretches to get the blood pumping for this one, so to get hyped.
Now, to be fair, you did have to work at 5 a.m. this morning, but you're up here. You're working hard to try and get this done. Good stuff.
Yes, for sure. Who's this guy on the right? He looks like a jerk.
Clown
for sure. This is like one of the Hey, this is my Cole versus one of the few Victorias I actually saw in that first tournament, like the first Ashes tournament of the day. Very interesting mana spread. He's got 8 illusion and 2 charm. Awesome. This guy had the disadvantage of like TTS scouting, I would say. We knew about his deck because of Skylar was talking to, he knew him personally, and we had seen his deck played on TTS before, so I knew what he was going to try and do, but I didn't really change my plan according to deal with it. I just did my normal thing, you know?
Yeah, I actually saw his deck played against somebody on TTS against me. I really like the deck. I think that there's some. It's an interesting skeleton that can do some work potentially. I don't know, exactly how he's got it constructed, but I do believe that this concept of, get as many Shadow Hounds out as you can is an interesting one.
Oh, for sure. In case anyone doesn't know, I am playing the Cole deck. It's just like the one you saw in the last videos they were playing, very similar to those. My Cole is so shiny right now, though. Like, that is a blinging Cole. It
is. Yeah, the glare is real.
So he sleight of hands right out of the gate. Yeah.
And, we can see his hand that he drew another sleight of hand. I don't know if that's necessarily what he wants, right? Is to see those sleights. But maybe he does. I think he's wanting hidden powers, illusionary cycles, and certainly Shadow Hounds.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of turns in this game, I believe, where I just didn't swing when I probably should have. Like, he goes turn after turn without putting out a unit, and I got like 3 rounds into this or 3 turns in this first round. I was like, wait, I should probably pressure. Like, I should make him play something.
Yeah.
I was just worried about the answers he was going to have for my units, but I mean, if he has them, he's going to use them,
Exactly.
Also, I was always terrified of how much mana an 8 illusion Victoria could have at any moment.
Right. Illusionary cycle, hidden powers, Victoria's ability herself. It could get bad quick. But again, I like this deck, the deck that he's playing. Obviously, I like the Cole deck as well, but I really do like the deck, and I think it's something that I'm going to mess with to see if I can, build one my own. I do believe that it's probably going to end up not being Shadow Hounds. It'll be probably False Demons to just lock the board up a little bit, because Shadow Hounds are so mana intensive.
Yeah, and I think Unity Guard's really good for that. What his deck was missing, honestly.
Sure. And another thing too is I'm probably going to have a lot more exhaustion. Steady Gazes, Rosefire Dancers. So the idea is I'm going to abundance, and then just exhaust you out. Exhaust your stuff.
I was sitting here as Cole, like, yes, give me the slash mana.
Yes.
Man, I put my spellboard right in the shiny zone.
You sure
there's
did.
Like the upside down, and then there's the shiny the shiny zone. Oh man, so the bear comes out, he's like, I don't care about no bear. Hit me.
Bear? What's that?
And again, I'm terrified. Like, look how much mana he has. I'm thinking, oh, he slided. He could have seen it. Illusionary cycle, hidden power. He's still a Victoria. He could put out a lot of stuff. I'm terrified.
I'm sure.
I already meditated Mist Typhoon. I kind of knew, though, that in this matchup, I don't think it was going to do a whole lot for me.
Not against the Hounds. Not against the Hounds, certainly.
Shadow Spirit, man, I know we just spent like a whole entire video last time talking about how good Shadow Spirit is, but it is really good.
Absolutely. It's one of the best cards to come out.
Agreed. 100% agreed. Man, he's got a lot of books in hand.
He sure does.
Here it comes. Yeah.
He went to the library.
I think I just said, here it comes. I'm terrible.
He went to the library. Now, do you think he should have abundanced? I mean, I don't know, but looking at his hand, he really didn't hit illusionary cycles. He really didn't hit hidden powers, and I think he wants
I don't
to.
know. Yeah, maybe he should have, but like he doesn't have a unit on the board. Like past me could have been like, oh, let's start slashing. Not that I don't think I would have, but I think I was too afraid of what he could put out to go slash mode. But yeah, maybe he should have.
Pink sleeves, huh?
Yeah,
Rocking the pink
I
sleeves.
bought all the new cards at the tournament, Gen Con, and I was like, I don't have enough sleeves to put all the new cards in it. And my blue sleeves are kind of getting cut up, and I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to play yet. Like, I bought them before I knew I was going to play, and I was like, I really want to play Saria, and so I bought the pink sleeves and ended up playing Cole. So, what happens.
So the bear swung. He plays another. He's got the full bevy, the full suite of Shadow Hounds. Focus 2. When he summons one now, he does 2 damage. That's interesting, right?
Yeah, and looking at his mana, if he uses Shadow Step, he could easily summon 2 of them this round.
Right.
And so I didn't want to put out Shadow Spirit. I didn't want to put out Butterfly Monk until one of those things hit the board.
Agreed. Which is why I think he should have abundanced, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could put him in this interesting situation where you're like, all right, I'm going to start taking your mana. So you either need to summon that now, or when it does get summoned, and if you do, so you summon it, you say, okay, he goes after my nature. He starts taking my nature, and he's like, Christian, you have 1 nature die left. You either summon a Butterfly Monk now, or I'm going to take that mana away. But if you do, I'm just going to blow it up with a Shadow Hound anyway. Mm-hmm. That to me is an interesting approach. I think that's a Shadow Spirit that he just played, and
it is.
We talked about the game afterwards, and I think that's the only one he's going to see, and that is really going to hurt him.
Well, see, in his hand is a. Now you pick your deck up. That's cheating. You looked at the bottom card.
I didn't look at the bottom card. I have a nervous. I'm disqualified. I'll send back the crystal. It's all over.
Send your crystal back. Eric, you get a crystal.
Eric gets a crystal. I'll mail it to him. I have a nervous twitch where I shuffle the cards in hand, but I play everything, so I just need more.
You needed something to shuffle.
You grab that
shuffle something.
Conjuration pile.
That's funny. No, but he's got a sleight of hand in hand, as it were, and I feel like if that were a business card like a Steady Gaze or something, this it would have been potentially different.
Yeah, I wonder how long on average it takes him to get the Shadow Hounds triple focused.
Right. I mean, it's singular in its purpose, and that's good, but I just don't think that you want to be drawing. Once you slight the first time, you're already into your deck 3 more cards than they are. I don't think you want to be casting slight again and again.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm not sure.
I mean, and with abundance, do you need slight and abundance? That seems a lot.
Right.
I mean, you're gonna draw through your deck pretty fast.
I really like the deck, though. I mean, obviously.
He finally quit messing around and put out a really beautiful card. That card's terrifying in a great way.
Especially when its head's upside down and it's walking.
Yes, terrifying. So Bear got hit.
And you're not really too concerned about that.
So obviously I thought that Blood Chains was an important card in this matchup with these monster hounds, which there's only 3 of, by the way. There's only 3 of those conjurations. So if I could Blood Chains one down against a non-ceremonial opponent, that thing isn't going anywhere.
Right. He actually can still summon them to do the damage, but yeah, just like the Gilder.
Right. So it looks like I put it out. Was I just trying to say, hey, come on, hit it? Because he's got my overlay kind of blocks the bottom of the screen, but it looks like he still has 3 illusion at least, maybe 4.
3. He's got no more mana.
Oh, okay. So the Spence by that awesome looking first player token.
Yeah, he's out of mana. He's completely out. So you have full reign here.
So he passed, And then so I summoned the butterfly monk. Okay, cool.
So if he's not willing to block, I probably would have swung at your bear.
That's a good point. You know, if he's just going to take the damage anyway, it's like we're trading.
Oh, but you had the unit guard.
He should have not. He shouldn't have passed. Basically.
Well, once you summon the spirit before the butterfly monk come out, he should have swung at the bear.
Agreed.
If he was just willing to take the spirit. And so there's the illusionary cycle. I understand vanish. I understand redirect, but he draws another sleight of hand. And again, I feel as though he's drawing these accelerators. And if this was steady gaze, Rosefire Dancer, you can really do some work.
Oh, totally agree. I asked him at the end of that round why he didn't abundance, and he said that he was basically out of mana, and it was just going to give me more ammo because I still had mana, and it just wasn't going to benefit him anyway. Looks like I got another Shadow Spirit. Oh, here comes the freaking machine gun.
Yeah, why did you play the Shadow Spirit instead of swing?
At this turn?
Yeah, because you played the book.
I wanted to make it so that he couldn't sweep my entire board with one thing. And I didn't want to take 6. Like, it's a good question. I don't know. I just with 15 health, I was afraid to take anything he put out. And I wanted to make it as hard as possible for him to kill stuff with the Shadow Hounds. So if he's spending 3 to kill my 1 mana unit, good. You know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Also, because of this.
Well, yeah, you would have been able to do that anyway, though.
It'd take a couple rounds, but yeah. Because then he had a chance to summon another one to kill it before I could.
He could have taken your potentially taken your ceremonial dice before as well. So yeah, okay.
I don't know, man. I'm sure it's weird commentating your own game. I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to say I made every decision right.
Okay, well, we're up to...
Oh, look, I showed the camera my cards. I wish more people would have done that.
You had a hidden power, a vanish, and something else.
Channel protection.
Oh, a circle. Channel protection, yeah.
Circle. Wrong game, sir.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
Yeah, you messed up waking me up. I'm sassy now.
You're in it. You're in it. You're all fired up now that you know that you cheated and looked at your bottom card.
Look. I will edit that out. It'll just be a blur at that part.
He's just going to skip. So he's going for the abundance. See, and again, he draws an open memories. I think...
you're right. He's drawing a lot of cards that do absolutely nothing for him.
Right. And that's why I'm saying I feel as though there's something here, but it's just not getting him, the stuff that he needs in order to shut you down. And another thing, too, is he hasn't seen one of his hidden powers, and he's only seen a single illusionary cycle. I think those matter. And you've seen 2 hidden powers. Well, you drew one, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Did I play hidden power, or did I just meditate Mist Typhoon?
You have it in your hand.
I see what you're saying. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's seen 0. He's seen 0 after drawing 3 with the sleight. Drawing back up, abundancing. He's seen 0 hidden powers and 1 illusionary cycle. So
yeah, for sure. And only 1 Shadow Spirit, which again I think is going to be the roughest part for him for this game. I almost wonder if he should have owed memories for the other Shadow Spirit.
Maybe. Because he could play 2 and fill a pretty good board, right?
Start pumping out Shadow Spirits. And I'm down 2 Mist Typhoons because I felt like, I wouldn't need them, but...
Yeah, I think going and getting a spirit here is not a bad call at all.
Yeah, bear pressure.
So I'm not trying to give Carl a hard time, by the way. I'm excited about his deck. I feel like there's something there, and I really want to help make it better. I want to tinker, right? I think that there's something there. I think it's neat. It's a concept that I talked with you about before even knowing that Carl was in the tournament.
Oh, for sure.
We were talking about the dojo. I was like, man, this deck was really neat. And Carl, we're not trying to give you a hard time. I really like your deck.
Same.
I really do.
100% same. Yeah, I just firmly believe that if you're going to invest 3 mana in a unit and it dies to a unit or one unit just hitting it, you need a unit guard in your deck. And in the mana spread, it's False Demon, right? It's expensive, but
and exhaust, like Steady Gaze. Some way in this mana spread you could play Change Psyche, those sorts of things.
Man, he is outmanning me though. Pretty hard.
Victoria's supposed to. It's her job.
That is her job. Stop that. Look, he picked up his deck even though the card told him to. Oh man. Basically he's like probably only let me get one Shadow Spirit out, right?
Well, you have hidden power. I don't think you've used it.
He doesn't know that. Shh, don't tell him.
Well,
I think I have Chain of Revenge in my hand. I really want to play it, but it's just really unlikely with the mana.
He's going to get some spirits out there, huh?
Oh,
look at you. Look at you. No, he hadn't. That hurt. That hurt him, by the way.
Yeah, I think my thought process was, like we've talked about, he's only seen one in power, so I want to see him use it,
Right. That hurt him bad because now he can't med and fire off Victoria because they're both side actions. He probably should have used Shifting Mist earlier. Yeah. There's just so much potential in his deck. I think it's really neat.
It's kind of brutal.
Mm-hmm. The mists are shifted. No, he didn't. He didn't.
I don't know. I really, for whatever reason, I thought he had done both. But I mean, me, I'm always tired. And like I said, I'm gonna cut the audio of the game when we do the commentary. But I just said I don't want to rob you. Like I don't want to be the guy on video that didn't let you Shifting Miss and then wins.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, okay, look, I'll just come out. I'm a cheater. I cheated so hard. The name is tainted. If they admit to it, is it cheating? You're like, hey, you use this already, right? And then you wave your hand. Jedi mind trick. Both of us have vanishes in a deck that against matchups that are not going to use vanish.
Well, he might stop your 100 blades.
Yeah.
Or that one molten.
That one molten.
Oh, he's going for it.
Man, gosh.
And now he gets the hidden.
Yeah, it's brutal.
With no mana to use it. See, I don't think he should have. I think he should have used Victoria there, right? I guess he couldn't.
Right, because I was pressuring. I was pressuring the mana.
Right. So he's about to take some damage here. He's about to take, what, 10? Right, you're going to swing? Just 4, huh?
I'm always scared of Illusionary Cycle, and then Illusionary Cycle into Victoria or Shadow Step. He's got so many cards. Like, I'm terrified of it.
Mm-hmm. He protects himself a little bit with the redirect.
All right, so what I'm explaining to him here is that, so this is actually what Matt Bowers talks about in the both the podcasts, is whenever you redirect a unit's damage onto another unit, like the source is still the unit that swung. So whenever the Shadow Hound takes the damage that he's redirecting, it's from the Shadow Spirit. So it triggers the illusion ability, so it's destroyed.
Gotcha. No, makes sense.
Which I don't know. I almost preferred if it would stay exhausted. I'm telling him, I'm terrified. His discard has 5 cards in it. He has to have Illusionary Cycle somewhere. And that's just unlucky, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I feel as though he got really unlucky, and the times whenever I've seen him lose, it's because he doesn't hit those things, and the times
the draws come in a weird order, you know.
Exactly.
Like reader, I mean,
that's exactly right. Which is why I think you need to fill the deck with a bunch of stuff to slow your opponent down. Slow your opponent down with Steady Gazes, Change Psyches, maybe Rosefire Dancers. Shadow counters, stuff like that.
Oh, I like Shadow Counter a lot, actually.
Yeah, if you're gonna get hit, you might as well kill something with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, so something we've been talking about, and we've just been me and you and all the other dudes that we brojo with, is about the lack of illusion and its strength in the most recent meta, and I kind of want to explore this deck. Like, if I want to explore Victoria deck and something very similar to what Carl's playing.
Right. Well, it again, I think it's interesting. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. I don't know if you can sell out to get the hounds focused as hard, but I do think that you can play a very interesting deck in Victoria.
I think if you go for the spirits alternatively, you might be able to do a lot more.
Right.
Man, yeah, now I'm questioning everything.
What a jerk.
I was healing him too. We were making sure we were doing the math right. Man, abundance.
So he finally sees his second abundance. And see, I don't know if you need 3 shifting mists either.
It's a lot of side actions that I don't know that you're going to have. Man, he does not like my ceremonial. That's the 3rd Mist Typhoon. The second one that I've meditated, and the 3rd one from in my discard. So I played Chain of Revenge. You can't see it because it's really shiny. You can kind of make it out, but it's focused Chain of Revenge.
Yep. More cards. When do you start slashing him here?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I was not thinking about slash at all. Again, I was paralyzed by how many cards he had and mana. I was terrified of it. I was like, at any moment, he's going to go perpetual, and I'm not going to be ready for it. Actually, I just said on camera, I totally forgot my ability until this moment.
He's got to summon something now, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You figure.
So he summons the Shadow Hound, pings down my Shadow Spirit, and I double chant. Looks like Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
The one Molten in the deck.
Yeah, well, when you're getting abundance. Yeah, so I this was really quick, and I feel a little bit bad for Carl. I mean, with the way that the cards came up, but I think there's something to that deck. I think it's neat. I think it's interesting. I just think it needs more business. It needs more business cards. So, Carl, good match. Good luck. Yeah,
I was terrified the entire match. Like.
Because that deck has the ability to do what you just said, go perpetual, where it can just mana, and just balloon. If it cycle, hidden cycle, just blow up really quickly, and throw out 3 Shadow Hounds, and that's and clear the board while it's doing it. Right, that's what's scary is it can blow up and just put out a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I'd be really interested to hear his changes since the tournament, if he's
Mm-hmm.
made any.
Yep.
I like that deck a lot.
Yeah, it's something that I'm going to look at and tinker with. You know, there's also the opportunity I feel with the Shadowhounds to play, especially in Victoria, Mist Typhoon. It fits the theme, it works with the deck, and it is something that you'll have the mana for with the hidden powers and her ability.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that actually because you missed Typhoon earlier in the round. I mean, obviously you want to get the maximum number of units you think you're going to be able to hit with Mist Typhoon. That's still advantageous to you. But I like the idea of drawing a card, seeing what that card is and the mana cost of it, and then shadow stepping. That to me is
Right.
really cool.
Right. Yeah,
I like
that's good.
Victoria, man. I was on the Victoria hype train until Leo came in with the Mavs and that Finch, which when we get to the reaction videos with anyone playing Finch, I will literally just be trash talking the Finch the entire time.
Carl's got a nice mat too. All right. Well, that was our second Gen Con reaction.
Yeah.
Good. It was a good match. You're 2-0 now, on your way. When do we play? Fourth round, right?
Yeah. I think we're gonna skip one of the rounds in the videos because one of the participants asked us not to basically show the video.
It's
So
fine.
at some point we're just gonna skip rounds. But I think right now we're in the second round. So I'm not sure. I think the next round might actually be us.
Oh, cool. Well, I look forward to it.
Yep. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just send them our way. Thanks much.